Okay, so we'll discuss about the today topic invoice plan. Okay, so last time we had a discussion on ERS, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so how we can schedule a job and we can do that, right? So the same way we can do for MRKO also, vendor consummation settlements. Okay, so wherever we have the possibilities to generate the reports or to generate uh, this this kind of the automation payments. Okay, you can use this. Okay, clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
wherever there is a possibility of the report generation or wherever there is a possibility of automation, you can use the automatic background jobs. Okay, so to avoid manual intervention and time saving. Now we'll go for the invoice plan. Okay, so what is the meaning of the invoice plan? What is the meaning of invoice plan? Did anyone knows about the invoice plan? What is the invoice plan?
It means supply
Yeah,
the invoice, sir.
we
Vendor
already
invoice.
discussed, right? There is a two types of the invoice plans are there. What is the two plans? What is the two different types of invoice plan? One is
PO
partial
invoice
invoice
and
plan and one is
partial
periodic
invoice.
invoice plan. Right.
Okay.
So what is the periodic invoice plan? What is the
We
periodic
can
invoice plan
we
and
can
what is
post
the
the
partial invoice plan? Yeah.
periodic invoice plan means
In
we
the
can post the invoice periodically and based on the time.
yeah, yeah. So you can define the fixed time or fixed month every month on this time. Okay, the system will post automatically and will system will post automatically the invoices. So this is also one kind of the automatic invoice plan only. So generally where we are using when you are paying the rentals, when you are paying EMIs, okay, those cases you can use this invoice plan. Okay. So in this case also, we must be use the ERS process, evaluated receipt settlement, because the system will generate automatically invoices in the background. We don't need to do manually. So in this case, we can directly using the ERS process. Okay. So when we create a purchase order, okay, when we create a purchase order, when we are entering the purchase order number, when we creating the purchase order with details. So generally we are using the framework order because it must be some start date and end date, right? Because 1 year agreement, 2 years agreement like that, right? So we are using the framework order. So here we need to enter the start date and end date. Okay. So let's assume that this month October 1st started. Okay, and it was ended for the 12 months. Let's assume that. Okay, clear?
So,
Now
so
I'm just entering that material number. Okay, and plan. Okay, so now let's here you can go to the invoice tab. Okay, there you can now this ERS is checked. Okay, the ERS was checked. Okay, so we enter this where validity started and validity end, and we selected the framework order. Okay, and we just entered all these details which is required, and we also entered that ERS checkbox. So in this case, do we need to GRIR? It's not GR based ID,
no,
right?
no, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we don't have any course receipt, right?
Yes,
Right?
yes, sir.
So we don't need a GR-based rate. And we have the goods receipt for this? All right.
No.
We don't have goods receipt. So we have to remove that goods receipt also because we are not doing the goods receipt also. Okay. So for this, what we have to do, we have to be to the some settings and all. Let's do now invoice receipt. We are not doing manually, but it will be posted from the ERS, right?
So,
So now so let's check this framework order. Why? So it should be get the invoice plan button, but it here it's not displaying here invoice button. So let's go to the configuration. Let's see this framework order. Okay. So in this case, one more thing is we are not receiving the stock to our own store location, right? So this is not we are not received any store location, right? So in this case, what you need to do, you also need to be entered that. What else you need to enter? Generally, if we are not getting stock and if we are doing for the uh, some automation related, and if it is there is no inventory. So generally, what we are using, if it is non-inventory,
account assignment.
account assignment category, you have to use. Okay. So let's enter the this as well. So I will be entered the acknowledgement category and the material number, and I will be entering that. So let's assume that administrative department. Okay, considering it. I'll just put this. Percentages. Okay, so here acknowledgement category object wise. Let me see. So cost element is missing here. 5900. What is that T code? We are maintaining that. Okay, B9 somewhere, right? Which transaction code we are maintaining? Cost object. Yeah, okay, B9 something it is there. Okay, here only. Okay, let's see. 1000 and 89 to 000. Yes, so it was not there here. Okay, let's copy this one and we'll maintain this as well. 89 to 000. Test one. We'll see now. Let me check now. So here we can enter some financial information, something we can enter. Now I'll be enter again. I'll go back and I'll go. Framework order, vendor, such a organization group, and from and to date. and account estimate category. And so if you don't need this material number, you can enter description also, some rental or something you can put. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just I will put something rent. Okay. And I can put some, it's like a monthly or which is time unit, you can put something. Okay. So let's see, but MON is there on the left. Okay. So here you are not supposed to enter here material number, to enter description, because we are going without material number. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
1 minute, and I'm just entering that other details. So if you want to go material groups, you can go with the, if you have the customized material group, you can use that. Okay, if you have the some services kind of trend, that is also you can use. Just using this some 007 or something which we are entering. Okay, you can create your own material group also. Now I have entered these details. Okay, now whether it is periodic invoice plan or partial invoice plan, how we can know that? So in the invoice tab, we must be
Invoice.
have some tab, okay, invoice tab. So here, this is not GR based IB, okay, and you cannot select a good system, okay, and these two have to be removed. Then you can go to the invoice plan. So here invoice plan you can select it whether you are going for the periodic invoice plan or partial invoice plan. Okay, so you can see here periodic billing, the entire value up to the bill to in full, whatever the bill amount which is there on each billing plan date. That means if you are mentioning that 10,000 rupees, you are paying 10,000 rupees on every month. And the milestone billing, that the total value to be billed to distributed between the individual plan. Okay, that means if you have lump sum amount like 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakh like that, okay, you are distributing that amount into different dates. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you can go to the periodic investment sample and go to here and system based on the what plan you selected and the dates which you selected, the system will take the automatically when it will be affected. Okay, so the invest that when it will be generated. Okay, every month on this date it will be generated. Okay, so now you can see here there is a multiple options are there. Okay, you can see here today date or today plus 1 day year and first of current month, last of current month, end of the current quarter. So like you have the different options are there. So here also you can see here. Okay. So last month of billing date, monthly at the end of date, monthly at first date. So you can see that. So if you want to be end of the month, every month of that, okay, then system will generate on 31st. Okay, if you selected that every month 5th or something, then you can system will generate based on that 15 every 15. Okay, as on today, if you want to generate like that monthly, it will be generated based on monthly. Okay, so this is the way the system will check that. So where we can do this configuration and all, how to say? So we can do the configuration from the configuration. So in this configuration, we are going to define that determination. Okay, so here you can define the determination. So if you go to details, okay, you can see that baseline date is today date. Okay, and if you go to the last month of billing date, then system will be checking that. Okay, billing date after invoice date. Okay, time period and time unit and last month. So month start and end that. So here this is the control first of the month or last of the month. Okay, so like you have the controls. Okay, if you go to the other details, if you go to other details like 15 of duration, time period was 15. Okay, so like if you want to go with the 5 days, then you can go with the 5 5th also. time period of 50, time minute 1 day. Okay. So you can copy this one, and if you want to create something like something kind of Z, and if you want to put like fifth, okay, then you can put fifth. Okay, so here can go back, and whatever we created that will be coming here. So system will be every 5 days will be deviation, it will be generated. Okay, clear?
That horizon date means month and
Sorry?
months. Horizon date 52.
No, here we are giving 5 days, no? We are not
Yes.
define. Okay, I'll show you that as well, how it will be go. We are not giving this monthly, right? So I will just give you that. Okay, if I'm going to judge here. Okay, so here I didn't give that month, right? Determinants of last month. So monthly it will be like that. Time period we are giving 5 days, every 5 days, every 5 days. It is not like every 30 days like that, right? So every 5 days it will be generated. Okay. If you see that other options, we see that how if it is 3 months, it is time unit. Okay. So what we can do here, maybe we can instead of putting this maybe monthly we can put. Okay, let me try this one. So let's put Z. Now it will be generated based on what you have provided. 5 months it is. How it is calculated it is every 5 months, no? Every 5 months it is calculated. So let's again do. So now, do you understand that? Now, if you are given here, every 3 months it will be generated. Okay. So now I'll put this one, okay, and I'll just put here 1. Let's see this how it will work here. Okay. So what is baseline date is 07 invoice date. Okay. Okay. So now let's go again. I'm changing this. Okay. Now see here. The system is generated 30th 09 0110. It was created. Okay. Start settlement date, and it was generated on the 01/01/10. So it was only one generated. It is only one day it was generated contacted. So it is contacted that. Okay. So it's generating on same day, all the generations. Okay. So now let's remove that and we'll do one more way. Okay. So now this will remove, okay, and save, and we'll go back and see other one how monthly will be generated contact, and how every monthly will be generated, right? So every month first date it will be generated. Today's date. Just today's date. First month of contract start. First month, this is first month, month end, monthly at the end of the month. Okay, 50. So here he mentioned that period, time period was 1, okay, and 1 day, okay, and 3 months, monthly, and last month, okay. So here you have only option of the first month and third month, okay. So let's see here we can do something. Here, no, this is default, I think. Okay, so every month time period only one time it is generating, and it was generating monthly, and it was generating on last of month. So in case if we want to give every month 5th, how it will generate? Let's go with the 15th. There is a 15th activation. So 15 time period was 15, daily 1. So how it is working for ST? How it is working for ST? Let's see that is. Okay, this is also generating 15, every 15 days it was generating. Okay, so then do we have it any other options to generate? Today's date and cost of the month, last one of month. Must we have the option every month fifth, and why it is only first and last date? Why we don't have the fifth or 10th? Somewhere there is option. So this is deviation, they said a time period was 15, every 15 days it will be generated. So billing date, invoice date, agreement start date, agreement end date. Okay. So if we put agreement start date, it will be start on the when it was started. On that. Okay, calendar ID. This is calendar ID. Okay. I think we have only two options here. First of month and last of month. Okay. So, but have seen earlier we have different options also. Okay. So anyway, I think mm, we cannot see here. There is other option. Okay. So let's see. I think this is the only way we can do. Agreement and date started. So if it started on the 5th, I think maybe it is started on 5th, then it will be generated every month of 5th, I think. Or else maybe what we can do, this is mentioned. So here only two options are there. Okay. I think that's all. I think we don't have any other option. I think monthly we can generate, and every month first and every month end of that, or we can deviation of 6 months. Every 6 months period we can generate. It's today of 6 months. So in this case, what you given baseline that was today date. And okay. So any date proposals we can do. So you can see a date proposals here. Just start date. Partial most plan start date. Today's date, contract date, installation. These are the only we have options. Date categories. Maintain date categories for invoice plan type. So you can date category, rent, percentage, partial, invoice plan. So when we go for rent, okay, so invoicing rule is 6, what it is, 6 periodic in billing. Okay, so this is periodic billing and percentage wise, which is depends on the milestone billing of percentage. Okay. So here it is the setting for the how periodic will work and how partial will work. Okay.
So,
So this is a setup for this rental and all. This some thing that. Okay. Now default how when you selected the sample periodic invoice plan, how it is coming periodic. How when we selected the partial invoice plan, how it is coming partial invoice percentage. That is setting from here. So you can create your own here and you can add here. Okay. So this is the date category. Then date IDs, you can define here date IDs. Whatever date IDs you want to define, you can define here. Just defining that. And invoicing plan types, if you want to create, you can create here. Periodic invoice plans you can create and person. So here you can see that here the main setup here. Okay, so periodic invoice plan, contract start date and date, and origin will be 50 of 1 year. Okay, so here there is the options like you can harden for 1 year, 3 months, and fortnight billing. Okay, 2 days plus 1 day, year, first date and last date, and of quarters. That we have options here. Okay, so the dates from today's date, contract start date and date and all. Here there is options here. Dates until the contract was completed. Hello. Variance in delivery date. Must it. So I think number of days year, days in month, and calendar. So this is simple periodic invoice plan when you created. Okay, default values, which is system automatically calculating the how the system is coming automatically the start date and end date. Okay, if you are entering that here, suppose contract start date we are entering, right? In case contract start date plus after 5 days or something first of the current month, it will be start the then you can enter this one. First of the current month. It will be start the contract started. So like you can define here when the contract will be start, when contract will be end. Of contract 40 years. So this is the basically the setup everything which is this is some basic related. Okay. So mostly no one will not use, but some clients they will use. Okay, if they want to be generated automatically, they can use. Okay. So here this is option like deadlines not created automatically, deadlines created automatically without dialog box for manual milestone. Okay.
yes, sir.
So this is the setup for the complete invoice plan types. Okay. So if you want, you can create your own. Maybe you can create and customize it. Okay. Some Z1 and you can put some periodic invoice plan. Okay, and you can see start date. If you want to change, you can change the start date and you can do whatever it is like when it is started. Okay, maybe contract start date in the maybe it is started from one, but you're just planning to start today, that start date, then you can do that. Entry already is there. Okay, then we can put that too, but it is there already. That one need to. I'll just put this some Z2. Yeah, so just putting some different, let's see how it works. Okay, so today's date, I'm just putting it, and then that will be And today plus 1 year. Let's say I'm just putting that. And margin will be 1 year. Yeah, so it's margin will be 1 year. So if you want to put so for the end of the current quarter and today date plus 1 year, then you can put that as well. So some AA created. Okay. Some AA created. Now we'll go with that. I am just going back and creating again ME21 in framework order. So I'm just starting my this whatever the contract from first of this month. Okay, let's see how the system will calculate it. So the price, how much we are entering. Suppose I'm just entering 30,000 rupees per month. Okay, and services, you can enter the services as well. The details and you can enter. So GR based will not required and condition ghost receipt not required. Okay. So now I'll go to the invoice tab and I can see that if whatever we created, WA, which is captured now. Okay. So now we have, so this P1 does not exist. Some combinations we have to maintain. Some combinations we have to maintain that we have measured. So let's see that as well. So there are so many are there. I think there are so many are there, but those are deleted. I think it is displaying, but relevant configuration was not there. So here, what it's showing that error message maybe this P1 document category P1 is not exist. So here you can put that this is I think a periodic invoice plan. Every first month it will be generated how it is generated here. Okay. So here you can put that what is the logic you can behind you can define. So what is the periodic invoice date you can define here. So this rule determination from it will come from here. What we define now same rules determine. Okay. So if I remove this one periodic invoice plan, okay, and then just put that number of days year or days in a month. Okay, this is just counted. Variance in your state. Think thing is there. Okay. So what error we got? We got some error, no? What is that error?
Some P1 does not exist. Something.
Trying to know something. So generally, we are not using this process majorly. If something which we need to do something new, let's try this.
So in real time, the setup done by FIR MM teams.
PO will be created by us only.
PO,
That
not
means
PO, sir.
we'll give
Backend
no
setup.
generally
This
we'll train
policy
up.
and
We'll give
periodic.
the training and all.
Okay.
Generally, finance they will be taking care about that once the invoice was generated. But if one invoice needs to be generated, then we have to be put all the settings. No, this goods receipt is not required. This invoice not required and all. It is we have to do that. Setup and all we have to do. Okay, now what we are getting error? Let's see. That diet category
P1 does
A
not exist.
P1 does not exist. Here Agree? So where is the data category? Data category is here. Okay, we have to maintain the invoice plan, maintain the data category. Okay, so here we have to maintain that, or okay, that what we created. Yeah, AI created. Okay, now let's try again. So this was maintained now. Okay. So now the system is taking that uh, today date. If you see that earlier, when we just taken from the sample invoice plan, okay, okay, I'll just open one more screen. I'll just go back here. You see that here, we are using that the sample periodic plan is M1. So when started date, so if it is started from the 01, and then was that also it was generated correct exactly 1 month. Okay, but here in this case, if you see that I'm using that my WA, which I mentioned that okay, it's on the current date based on the current date. That's start of the contract is on the base date, current date. Here it is started from 01 October 1st because as per the contract start date, it started on October 1st. Okay, but here if you see that even it is started in October 1st only, the contract is started October 1st only. Okay, but still the contract it is telling that it is not started at October 1st, it is started from the today date. Because I have given that it should be generated on the today date.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then so the system was generating every month first of the date because I have given 51 of monthly for first of date. Okay, so it depends on that what you selected here. Okay, depends on that what you selected, that based on the system will be generated. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can see here so this was generated, and here also if you can see that here also the system generated for the 1 year. Okay, so this is the what the process. Okay, so okay. So here date we are given 01/10/2025. Here we are given 08. I'm just checking that actual settlement date why it is coming 08/10, and here why it is coming 01. So I'm just checking the end date was different here.
Candidates.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is the way we can do. Okay, in case in advance if you want to do, you can do also. In advance if you want to do, you can do first of monthly first of that. Want to do in advance, you can do that advance also. Okay, clear?
Sir, sir, there is no due date.
There is no due.
Due
This is a
date.
due date, invoice date. This is invoice date is due date.
Okay,
System
invoice
will
date is
generate
due date.
automatically. Huh?
Mhm. Okay, sir. Okay.
So system will generate on this date. Okay. So since it is already 1 month, we have time. So I will try manually changing this and will generate today. Okay. Because
Okay.
we cannot wait for 1 month. Huh? So we'll
Yes,
just
sir.
put in today date and we'll generate. Clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll try to do that as well. Okay. I'm just saving this one. The framework order was created for trees level. Okay. So and I can also create for the same here also. This is with periodic invoice plan. Okay, this is already created. Okay, and this one we can create and go back and save this one. So for this, if you see that this purchase order, the invoice plan was generated, but it is the actual invoice date is 11th November 1st. And in this case, I just change manually to today date. Okay. So now let's assume that one month is completed and we are planning to generate our invoice plan. Okay. So the transaction code is MRIS. So in this case, we don't have any code receipt. Okay. We are just taking their service and we are enjoying that service. We are taking their rooms or we are using their services and we are paying monthly. Okay. So even contracts and all. Okay. So contracts every month, fixed amount to 1 lakh rupees if you need to pay, that also you can do. Now I'm just removing this one. I'll just put the company code 1000 and plant 1100. Okay, if you have the purchase order number, you can do. And text and you can go first text and execute and see that if we have the any report. So only one which we got, only 11 we got because okay. 12 was the deadline was the time for generation is November 1st. So 11 we change manually, system is trying to generate. Okay. Yeah. So it is some financial issue which is coming. Line 0001 does not contain GL account, something which is coming. So this is finance related. Okay. So if we are going unsettled also, the system will, I think, will give the error. Yes. Okay. It might be checking that GL account. Did we miss? Okay, here the GL account was not there. So what is the GL account be? Return to zero something which was MRIS and enter that execute. Okay, then the system is giving not relevant to tax. Okay, that we can change it. For real time, we should not change this kind of thing because there are so many dependents are there. Okay, but here we just planning to post this one. We are trying to do all these things. With the tax code in item. Okay, so tax code was not there. Some tax code I entered. Okay, now execute this one. The system will check that, and if it is everything okay, then there is no messages here. So then you can remove this one and execute. Then system will try to post the invoice. Everything looks good. There is no error. Then the system will post the invoice document. So the invoice document was posted right here. Material document, invoice document, everything which is posted. So in this case, okay, you can see that the invoice was generated. Okay, and the tax with all tax calculations, everything was posted. So MRKO, MRIS, MRRL. Okay, so there is a little bit difference out there. MRKO is also automatic settlement, and MRIS is also automatic settlement. MRRL also it's a automatic
Yes.
settlement. So in this MRKO, vendor consumer stock, okay, so there is no invoice will be generated. Only FI documents are cleared. Okay, so
Sir.
consignment settlements only based on the what we asked utilize the stock. Okay, and MRIS, the system will generate that invoice automatically background and settlement also the financial FI documents also will be generated. Okay, for settlement and MRRL the invoice will be generated and FI document also generated here. Okay, here also based on the so the financial documents everything will be generated. But in this MRIS and MRRL, if you see that in this MRRL, okay, there must be some goods receipt. But here there is no goods receipt. Okay, and here we are considering based on goods issue and transfer postage, not based on the goods issue. Got the point? Automatic settlements.
Yes, sir.
Is it correct or wrong? Any doubts here?
No, sir, can you please go to systems now? I have one.
Hmm?
Can you please
What is
open
this
that system, sir? SAP system.
MRRL? What is the process? What is the meaning of MRRL? We are processing the ERS.
ERS.
What is the process?
ERS.
What is the meaning of ERS? What is the meaning of ERS?
Evaluated receipt settlement.
So what is the definition of ERS?
We are posting the invoice automatically from our side, not from vendor side.
So the system will be posted invoices based on the what goods we received. So
Yes, sir.
here we are not expecting any invoices from the vendor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we just avoiding the time frame and we just want to save the time and immediately payments for the vendor. So we both agreed and based on the goods receipt what we received from the vendor, we will be clearing the amount immediately. Okay, so in this case we have the goods receipt. And in this case, we are using for the rental periodic invoice plan and partial invoice plan and all. So in this case, we don't need to be generate any goods receipt. There is no goods receipt because it's kind of the services. It's kind of service we are receiving, right? And the above, which is the vendor consumer stock, which we have consumer stock. That consumer stock we are using, utilizing, and paying that amount. Whatever we are utilizing the product, that product we are paying the amount. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you understand that? What is difference?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay. Okay, now this is
Sir,
the
what is,
process.
sir,
Yes.
please wait, sir.
Sorry.
Go to that screen, sir, SAP screen.
Okay.
So what is the meaning of material document GL?
It's not material document, invoice document.
Okay, invoice document.
Invoice document. Here invoice document by generating, right? So that is invoice document.
So why it's showing 10 rupees amount? Because we have entered 30,000 in PO.
Where it is showing?
Amount 10 rupees, I think. Here.
10 rupees. Maybe the conversion, maybe it is there. USD conversion or something. Let's see. That is also we can see. We entered 10 only, right? Here. I think we are, the other purchase order we entered 30,000.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let's see that well it is. Is that we entered 30,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to generate for this one, you can change this time and you can post it to the date. Okay.
Okay.
So this for this as well, you can do the background jobs also. No problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Clear? So this is a periodic invoice plan. In partial invoice plan, the same procedure, we are selecting the different type partial invoice plan. So the system will be taking the lump sum amount, how it is used. So suppose let's say framework order, I'm just Entering the vendor number. Framework order and vendor and purchasing organization. Okay, and start date and date. So suppose I'm just
So
giving
what?
that only maybe 3 months or something which I'm giving.
So
Okay.
what is meant by that VAT number, VAT number?
Sorry.
What is meant by that VAT number? Like D one
We
three four
VAT
five.
VAT register number. Yeah.
What
VAT
is?
register number. So okay, and just putting that some survey we're conducting for 3 months survey. Okay. So you can put the order unit or something lot or something you can mention that. Okay. So what you can mention that. One activity unit, you can put activity unit also. One unit, something of 1 unit. It's like we just planning that 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So 1 lakh rupees after cost, the survey cost. Okay. The survey cost is 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So maintain the tax code, and in this case we don't need a GR based review and we don't need a course system. Okay. Then select that periodic, sorry, partial invoice plan. Okay. Then give that when you're planning to create it, when you're planning to pay the amount. Okay. Suppose just I'm just planning to generate first initially. Suppose I'm just today some 20 percentage which we are planning to generate. Okay. Then after 15 days or 30 days, we're just planning to pay that 10%. Okay. Then after that, maybe next month, some 20 third, we are paying the some 40%. These were some targets like milestones. If I have project, okay, I'm going in the implementation project. So phase one, like kickoff meeting, and first phase one is completed, I will pay 10%. Then the second one, BBP something which we are completed and sign off that is completed, then we'll provide some 30% like that. So like you can do that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like you can do, and you can close deal as accordingly. Okay, and you just put that 30%. So like you
30%.
can do like this, and you can generate the invoice. So when the time which will come in, the system will try to post the invoices. Okay. So periodic invoice plan, partial invoice plan difference is the periodic invoice plan, we are entering the date, the amount which you are paying monthly. But partial invoice plan, the lump sum amount which is like. Okay. So the same process which is yes, we are using MRIS. Okay. And using this one. Again, some GL account which is okay. So I'm crossing here. To 000. Okay, so now we can pay the amount. So on that day, so the system will be trying to generate a postings and all. So now the 20,000 rupees was paid survey on this date. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way we can do the periodic invoice plan and partial invoice plan. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so when we are using this periodic invoice plan and partial invoice plan,
Sorry, I'm in mute, sir. Periodic invoice means
when we
we
are
are using something we are paying EMIs, we are paying the monthly installments, rents.
yeah, so this generally this kind of thing we are using for the service, a kind of thing which we already receiving the
Service, yes.
services and paying the monthly. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay. He not join, no?